Hi there friend, welcome. My name is Katie and today we're doing a 30-minute yoga practice which will be a deep stretch for the entire body. So this will be a perfect way just to relax, to get rid of any stiffness, and it's also going to be a great way to up your flexibility as well. So we're going to get started in a seat on the mat. You can come into whatever way is most comfortable for you. And if you want, you can always have a cushion or a yoga block to sit on here. So we'll start by stretching out the neck and shoulders. So nice and gently, you might just bring your right ear over your right shoulder here. If you feel safe to do so, you can close your eyes and just start to take a few long breaths in. You can stay here just letting gravity open up that left side of your neck, but if you want to assist it a bit more, you can take your right hand and just gently place it near the top of your head, so somewhere near your left ear. Don't put any extra pressure on your head here, just let the weight of your hand open up the side of your neck a little bit more. We'll take one more full breath in. And then when you're ready, release your hand back down, straighten up your neck, and then bring your left ear over your left shoulder, this time opening up the right side of your neck. Just take a few big breaths. And again, stay here, but if you do want to go a bit deeper, you can bring your left hand onto your head. Now slowly releasing your hand, coming back up. Just take your eyes to look up towards the sky, opening up the front of your neck. And then bring those eyes down to look at the ground and open up the back of your neck. Back to center now. You might just do some circles with your nose, starting small. And then eventually drawing these big circles. If it feels good, you can just stop at one point. Let gravity open up your neck. And don't forget to switch directions. We'll go the other way. Back to center when you're ready. So moving into our shoulders now, we'll take our hands and interlock your fingers in behind your back. Then bring your fist over towards the right side of your body, so as close to your right rib cage as you can get it. Now this elbow is pointing out to the side, so we want to try point it back behind us. So just move slowly, see how much your shoulder wants to open up, and just go back as far as it's comfortable. And then if you do want to go a little bit deeper, you might bring your left ear over your left shoulder. We'll pause here. Still gently encouraging that right elbow to point back behind you. Take one more full breath in, and then on your exhale, lift your head back up if it's not already in the center. Bring your fist over towards the left side of your rib cage. Now your left elbow is pointed over to the left, so we want to slowly ask it to point back behind us, maybe bringing right ear over right shoulder here. A nice Deep stretch into that left shoulder. Send a big breath into it. And then when you're ready, you can release, undo your hands, bring them back out in front. If you need to circle off your shoulders here, feel free to do that. Then when you're ready, we'll make our way into tabletop pose. So that's coming onto all fours, having your fingers spread nice and wide apart. Keep your wrists below your shoulders and your knees below your hips. So we're going to do some cat and cow. Normally we flow quite fast between the two, but because we want to get some nice deep stretches, we're just going to do one at a time. So let's start with cow pose. Inhaling, point your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Drop your belly towards your mat. Bring your chest forward and then look up. Now keep breathing here. Just noticing the effect that this pose has on your body. When you breathe in, where does your breath go? What muscles are being stretched? One more big breath here in cow pose. And as you exhale, we'll transition down to cat. So now you're pointing your tailbone to the mat, round your spine, bring your chin towards your chest and drop your head down. And you'll notice in cat pose, the more you can push yourself away from the mat, the deeper stretch you'll get in the back of your shoulders. Keep breathing here. Again, you're just observing how this pose makes the body feel. Where does your body feel it the most? Where is your breath going? Then make your way back to center into a neutral spine in tabletop pose. We'll make our way into a pose that's called thread the needle. So a nice deep shoulder stretch again. You're inhaling to reach your right hand up towards the sky and look up at your right thumb here. Stretch that right hand to the sky. And on an exhale, you're threading your hand in underneath your left arm, bringing your right shoulder and right ear onto your mat. Your left hand can stay where it is, or it might come to reach for the top of your mat. And we're just going to pause here. So you can control the deepness of this pose. If you want to go deeper, you can gently lean your weight into your right shoulder. But if you don't want to go so deep, use your left arm to take some of that weight out of your right shoulder. Taking our last breath here, make sure it's a good one. And when you're ready, you can start to make your way back to tabletop pose. So this time you're bringing your left hand up towards the sky. Look up at your left thumb. Take a big breath in. Exhale, thread it under, left shoulder and left ear to the mat. Maybe right hand reaches out in front of you. Tapping into that deep stretch in your left shoulder this time. Send your breath into it. When you're ready, you can make your way back towards tabletop pose. Now from here, we'll come to lie on the front of the body, setting ourselves up for Sphinx pose. So you have your forearms on the mat here, fingers spread nice and wide apart. Elbows are either underneath your shoulders or slightly in front of your shoulders. And then feet can be about hip distance apart, maybe wider. Imagine you have magnets in your fingers and your toes. So they start to pull towards each other, which lifts your chest up. Now try to keep your chest shining out in front of you, and you might just gaze straight out in front here. So getting a really nice deep stretch into your lower back here. You might not feel it so obviously, it's quite a subtle stretch. So we're just going to stay here for a moment, taking big breaths. Each time you breathe in, noticing your belly spilling across the mat. And each time you breathe out, letting go of a little bit of tension from your body. Quick reminder about your magnets. See if you've forgotten. See if you need to pull your fingers and toes towards each other, lifting your chest again. Now you can release your pose and come down into crocodile. So you're making a pillow with your hands, resting your cheek onto your hands, looking towards the left side, and then bring your left knee up beside you as close as you can. And once you're comfortable, you might just close your eyes and relax here for a moment. And just let yourself go as if you've just gotten into bed. Now slowly start to bring yourself back, sending that left foot back down to the bottom of your mat. Bring your palms in beside your chest here. Feet stay about hip distance apart. And we're going to come into extended cobra pose. So with a breath in, slowly start to scoop your upper body up. Elbows stay bent here so we don't have to straighten out the arms. Look straight out in front, or maybe to go a bit deeper, you could look diagonally up. We're not staying here for too long, just a few seconds. So take a full breath in, send it into your tailbone. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. One more big breath here. And then as you exhale, slowly bring yourself back down. Come back to crocodile pose, making your pillow. This time, rest your cheek on your pillow so you're looking over towards the right side of your mat. And then bring your right knee up beside you. Back into bed now, just let yourself go. send your right foot back down to the bottom of your mat now. And from here, we're going to come to lie on the back of the body. So you can just flip yourself over nice and gently. And you might just take a second here in Shavasana pose or whatever way is most comfortable for you to rest. Palms faced up, and your feet and hands can take up as much space as they need. Just letting your body settle again, allowing your spine to realign itself. Now we'll set ourselves up for bridge pose. So take a bend into your knees, soles of the feet are on the mat. Your ankles are roughly somewhere underneath your knees here, and then reach your fingers down towards the back of your heels. And it's okay if they don't connect to your heels, you're just creating that reaching energy. Press your lower back into your mat now. Try to keep that new position within your hips and lift them up towards the sky. If you want to go a bit deeper into your shoulders, you can interlock your fingers and then walk your shoulder blades in towards the center line of your mat. So this is a pose which strengthens all the back of your body, but it gets a nice deep stretch into the front of your body. So just let your mind wander down through your body. Notice all the areas that are stretching. And then notice all the areas that are strengthening. A few more big breaths. Try to touch your chest to your chin without moving your head. Lift your hips a little bit higher. Now from here, start to stabilize through your left foot, and if you can, reach that right foot up towards the sky. Just staying here for a second. Stretch those toes up to touch the ceiling, and now you can release your right ankle back down onto your left thigh, so you've made a figure 4 shape with your legs. Undo your hands from underneath, and as slowly as you can, just one vertebrae at a time, bring your spine back down onto the mat. So from here, we're coming into reclined pigeon. So it might be enough just to stay like this with your legs in the figure 4 shape. But if you want to go a bit deeper, you can start to bring your left foot in closer to your body and start to press that right knee gently away from you. Again, stay here, or you can go even deeper again by threading your hands through your legs and coming to grab either in underneath your left knee, or maybe you can make it to the top of your left knee. Just find whatever works for you. And then we're going to pause here. So getting nice and deep into those hips. Keep your right foot flexed. So that's your top foot, and that's going to help to protect your right knee. Other than that, everything else becomes heavy, starting to relax. Finding your breath, observing your body. Maybe it is perfectly happy as it is. Maybe it wants to go a bit deeper. So if it asks you to go deeper, you might be able to hug that left knee a little bit closer to you. One more big breath in here. And on your exhale, you can start to bring that left foot back down onto the mat if it's not already there. Keep your legs in this figure 4 shape and just start to drop both of your legs over towards the left side of your mat. So coming into a twist here, you might go a bit deeper by taking your left hand up onto this right knee and just encouraging it a little bit closer to the floor. Right arm is perpendicular to the body here, and if you want a deeper stretch, look over at your right hand. Now start to slowly come back, so lifting your knees back up, undo your right foot, bring it onto your mat. And now we're going to repeat all of that on the opposite side. So into bridge pose again, ankles are below the knees, lower back pressed into your mat, fingers reaching for your heels, and then lift those hips up. So we're not staying here for as long this side. So make the most of this pose here. Take big belly breaths. Stabilize through your right foot now, pressed into the mat. Lift your left foot up for the sky. Push the hips a little bit higher, deep stretch into that left hamstring. And then left ankle comes onto the right thigh, figure 4. Slowly release your spine back down onto the mat. So setting yourself up for whichever version of reclined pigeon that you prefer. You're walking your right foot a little bit closer to your body, keeping your left foot flexing. Maybe you're pressing that left knee away from you. Maybe you're threading your hands through to find your right knee. And then we'll pause here for a while. Again here, try to stay with your body. Your mind will be tempted to think of absolutely anything else, but keep with those sensations you're feeling and keep asking the body if it's happy here or if it wants to go a little bit deeper. Now we're just undoing the pose a little bit. So take your right foot back down onto your mat whenever you're ready. Then you can drop both of your knees over towards the right side of your mat. Maybe your right hand comes up onto your top leg here, and maybe you're looking over at your left hand now. starting to slowly make your way back now. You can undo your left foot. Keep both of your knees bent now and have your feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. We'll do a few windshield wipers, so you're exhaling to drop the knees down to one side. Inhale to pick them up and exhale to drop them to the opposite side. Just do a few more like that, just releasing your hips and your lower back. It might also feel nice just to pause at one side, get a deeper stretch into your legs. When your knees are back in center, you can stop there. Bring your knees up into your chest and wrap your arms around your legs. Give yourself a nice big hug here, so really thanking yourself for getting onto your mat and for showing up for your yoga practice today. You can go a bit deeper here, maybe by bringing your nose up towards your knees, making a ball with the body and just gently squeezing out any tightness that's left over. Bring your head back down onto your mat if it's not already there, and you might just rock side to side here, just gently massaging your back. And then when you're ready, you can make your way back up into a seat on your mat. So however you get there is fine. We'll meet in your most comfortable way to sit. And it's always a great idea, especially after doing deep stretches, just to let your body absorb it. So we're going to take a few moments here just to take a few deep breaths. So once you're ready and in your seat, you can close your eyes, lengthen up through your spine, relax your jaw and soften all of those muscles in your face. Breathe deep into your belly, into your chest and throat. And each time you exhale, you're getting rid of tightness and stiffness from your body. So you're welcome to stay here and let your body absorb even more of the benefits of this practice. But we'll officially end the video here. So thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you liked this routine. If you did, please let me know by leaving a thumbs up, or you can leave a comment below, or maybe you're ready to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and then we can practice together again in the future. So until then, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.